Good afternoon and welcome to the Newport Stadium here at Spitty Park. This is an FC Cymru takeover of the Cymru under-18s taking on England in an international friendly. We will be guiding you through this afternoon, trying to illuminate you on the action that's going on in front of you, tell you who the players are, and keep you up to date with everything that is happening. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you are bunking off work. And your boss can't see exactly what you're up to right now, so make sure you stay covert. When Wales score, do not punch the air too hard, okay? That is the choice. I'm Lawrence, I'm from FC Cymru, and we will be guiding you through, as I said. You can see that the teams have come up in front of you, so you can run through and we will run you through those any second now, but let me introduce Megan Faringa from Welsh Football Fans, who is alongside me this afternoon.
To Newport before, and it's a beautiful day, and I'm so excited to watch Cymru versus England.
That's right. You did hear correctly. Megan Faringa has a non-Welsh accent, but Megan, listen, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon and bringing us your input. This is going to be great. We're looking forward to it. We're kind of sat in with the fans, so everything's kicking off as we go around. But let's run you through some of the teams that are here this afternoon, because what you really want to know is that Cymru starting 11, isn't it? So let's have a little look at how they're going to be lining up this afternoon. It's going to be Hollingshead in goals. Green, Williams, Abbott and Bennett are going to be the back four. James and Purcell are going to be the midfield two, and it is Ben Purcell who is going to be the captain this afternoon. Number 8, have a look out for him. Really good little player. Luke Harris will be number 10. Williams and Cian Ashford from Cardiff City, the wide players. Really looking forward to seeing Cian Ashford in action. And Ewan Roberts in the number 9 shirt. Not the Ewan Roberts, of course, of Feasterful. Yes, the other one. That's right. We went to meet them this week, and apparently Ewan is a bit of a joker in the pack. So we thought we'd introduce the guys to you. Let's go across and introduce you to you right now with a little package we put together earlier this week.
Cian Ashford, Cardiff City, Wales attacker.
Benjamin Purcell, Wales, Reading FC, centre midfielder.
I'm Zach Williams, I'm from Wales, I play for Crewe Alexandria and I'm a centre-back.
Matthias Roberts, Arsenal Football Club, Wales, midfielder.
I'm quite an athletic centre-back, but also a ball playing, where I can step out with the ball or ping a ball. But yeah, all-round player really.
I'd like to think I'm an exciting attacker who likes to get on the ball and create goals and get assists.
Technical player, I enjoy having the ball and enjoy creating chances for my teammates.
I love getting on the ball, I'm always brave to show for the ball. Short passes, long passes, I love them. Diags, over the top, through passes. I love a big challenge as well, and I don't mind myself at a free kick either.
My favourite player is Kevin De Bruyne because he's creative, similar to me, and I love learning from him when I watch him.
My favourite player is Pirlo because he loves getting on the ball and he can play any type of pass he wants, and gets himself a few assists and goals too.
Gareth Bale, because everything he's done for Wales, and he's a Welsh legend. Born and raised in Wales, grew up watching him.
I think Neymar or Messi, I'd say, are two of my favourite players to watch, yeah.
The best thing about playing for Wales is the pride when wearing the badge. It comes with responsibility, which is brilliant to have.
Just the honour you have of putting a shirt on every time you go out and play and train, and representing your team, your family, and obviously the country.
The best thing about playing for Wales is the pride in playing for your nation, and it's always an honour to play for the country.
Yeah, everyone I know is Welsh, and I'm fully Welsh, so it's just an honour to play for the badge.
Biggest joker in the camp, Cian Ashford's up there, Jack Caradogan, Ewan's up there. Yeah, there's a few to be fair.
100%. Ewan Roberts or Zach Williams, both just take the mick out of everyone every day.
It's a tough question, but I'd have to say Ewan Roberts. Yeah, he loves to joke and loves to prank people as well around the camp. I think it's a great opportunity for us lads to show the country why we're playing at this level and what we can do and what we can do in the future to come.
I think it'd be an exciting game, fast game with good quality, and who wouldn't want to watch Wales beat England?
Playing it through again. Playing it through again.
Yeah, I feel like they've redone the same one.
And welcome back to Spitty Park. So that was a little getting to know you with the guys, which we filmed a little bit earlier this week. They were a great bunch, Fez. They were really up for it, and they were really keen and passionate about playing for Wales, and that was so important.
Oh, love to see it, love to see it. It was a good package and I absolutely loved it. My Wi-Fi is totally going out, so I have no idea what's actually going on Facebook, but that's okay. I know it was a good package.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, as much as the Wi-Fi we're going to hope is hanging in there, we're actually, as the teams sort of come out, let's have a little look down through that England lineup. So Charlie Stepford's going to be in goals. Richard Olussi starts. Sturridge, Hughes, Jonas, Chambers, Katongo, Lewis, Hackett, Wells Morgan, and Ola Kilby, the 11 for England. Listen, this is also the loudest PA system I think I've ever heard in my life, and hopefully it will die down in a little bit. But the Wales players are making their way out into the stadium on the far right-hand side. Ben Purcell as captain and leading the boys out onto the pitch. Benji, as he was otherwise known, as you saw in the video just now. And I think they've just actually cranked up the PA system even louder, so I've no idea if you can hear me or not. Just looking down through the comments that we've had in, because I'm watching across on YouTube, so anyone who's watching, then do put your comments in there. Give yourselves a shout out. Let us know how you think the game's going, and we will give you a message. Dan Humphreys, come on the England boys. So of course, surprise, we do have plenty of England fans watching. I hope you enjoy it, but not too much this afternoon. We will just be quiet a little bit now as the national anthems take place.
A newch chi aros ar eich trad ar gyfer Anthem Cymru. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Wales.
And there we go, the beautiful renditions of the anthems as ever. So, Fez, now the music has died down a little bit. Excited? How are you feeling about the game this afternoon?
Oh no, I'm really excited. I think what got me the most excited there was Hollingshead and Jordan James. They were really belting out the anthem there. It was easy to see, and it was really very enjoyable. So if that didn't get you in the mood for the game, then I don't know what will.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, as we said, this is an interactive show, so we will be taking questions. If you guys have questions about any of the players, or if you have questions about any of the lines, or any comments about how the game's going, then do ping them in there, and we'll give you a shout out. Any families watching? If your families watching, we know there's quite a few here. There's also plenty of scouts here with their pens poised. We were sat around, aren't we?
Yeah. There's a lot of people here. Maybe taking notes, seeing what the next generation or the next couple generations can bring in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Zach Williams play. We met up with Zach. He'll be the number 5 for Cymru this afternoon. He was right there in the centre, the big lad at the back, plays for Crewe.
The youngsters are going to have to realize that when they take pictures, they can't be that well organized and that well symmetrical. What's going on with this?
Well. Did you see the one in Finland? The picture in Finland was disappointingly normal.
Yeah. Whose fault is that?
Hugely disappointingly normal. I know Dylan Ebenezer from Scorio was very happy about that. He has not liked the odd photographs, the misshapes which have been thrown out there. So so he was happy about it. I was devastated. Absolute shambles. Get back to it, guys. But there we go. Right, it looks like a Cymru kickoff to get this game underway. Just going to run through a few of the little comments we've got here. Ben Morgan's watching. Lewis Price, Zach Williams hat-trick. Wow, that would be something to see.
I could be up for that.
You'd be up for that this afternoon? I think so. Let's run through the Wales numbers that you're going to be looking out for this afternoon then. So number 1, Ronnie Hollingshead. Number 2, Murphy Bennett. Number 3 is Joel Green. Number 4 is Jordan James. Number 5, Zach Williams. Number 6, George Abbott. Number 7, Morgan Williams. Ben Purcell is number 8. Ewan Roberts, number 9. Luke Harris, number 10. Cian Ashford, number 11. And we're underway. And Zach Williams passes straight away across to his central defensive partnership. And Wales, a little loose pass to get things underway. A little bit nerves at the start. As Zach chases this down and clears into touch. That is a corner away to our right hand side for England.
Yeah, I was a bit nervy, but it's only the opening minute. That's all this is. It's just getting into it, getting into the groove of things, and that's all that really matters. So good defence, no problems at all. Yeah,
early test here for Cymru. Zach Williams there on the 6-yard box, just looking to clear the danger. Benji Purcell is in there trying to challenge. And it's coming into the front post and deflected it wide, and that will be a goal kick to Cymru. So, a little nervy start for Cymru as they're just kind of settling into the game. George Abbott, I think it was, with the loose pass there. The goalkeeper Hollingshead's going to take this. Hollingshead, who's he played for, Ben?
He plays for West Brom Albion. He's only 16, and he's if I get this right, he's the son of another goalkeeper, Rory Hollingshead, so goalkeeping seems to run in the family.
There you go, out in the back garden, doing the drills early on, I can imagine. Good stuff. Well, that's a throw-in on the far left-hand side of England's defence. And it's gone out of play there for an England throw-in. With Zach Sturridge going to be taking that for England. What I like to see most of all, good long ball over the top, but that'll go through to Hollingshead. Yeah. What are you looking out for in this age fest? Because you've done a lot of work with Welsh football fans in terms of your next gen pieces and always running a rule over the sort of the kids coming through. What are we looking for when we sort of watch these type of games?
For me personally, I like to see the way that they're trying to be a little bit more cohesive together, because some of these kids going through the age grades, they're going to learn how to play together, got to get the ball going, and they're the next generation coming through. So that's what you want to see, is kind of them talking and working with each other, but also trying to kind of play off each other and try to see that fluidity come to life.
Yeah, and because we always talk about the Welsh way, as England on the attack here, they've picked this up after a really good press. Oof, that was a fierce shot in there.
Good goalkeeping by Hollingshead.
Yeah, Hollingshead straight at him, kept it well. That'll give him a bit of confidence as he kind of gets into the game.
There you go. I like that they're not afraid to pass it back. I think that's good. Like, kind of swing it, take your time, keep
Yeah.
the ball moving. No need to rush it.
Yeah, it's a good
You can
press
tell
by
what they're trying to
England,
do.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's
They
good.
definitely kind of feel like they can get at the Welsh back four and don't want to let Cymru play out from the back. Sort of the way that Cymru set up through the age groups and the way they're always taught in that Welsh way is to make sure that the ball's retained. They try and play through the phases and kind of move it on up the pitch. But yeah, at the moment, just kind of kept back by England, who are pressing hard from the front. Yeah, tough tackle in there, but that's gone for a throw-in to Cymru away on our left-hand side. So we got some comments coming in on YouTube. So Marcus Brooks says Jordan James holding some talent. Joseph Haig, go on Ashford son. So that's Cian Ashford that he's mentioning there. A young Cardiff City youngster who's come through the ranks there, very highly rated at the club. And we'll see what kind of splash he can make this afternoon. But England at the moment just keeping the ball a little bit, looking to play it through
going
phases.
down the right.
Really good
Oh,
ball
wow.
down into
Crossed
number
in.
19, Jordan Gordon, and cleared away by the Wales defence. But Gordon got away down the right-hand side there. Katie Gordon.
Oh, and they're back
Good
on the
little bit of
attack
pace.
already.
It's been a good start by England. Certainly moving the ball nicely. Anyone caught your eye?
On this right-hand side, number 8, definitely. Rico Lewis, I think he's been playing a lot of really pretty passes so far, and that's definitely a side that we're going to have to watch out for. But Zach Williams, I think, will handle it just fine. And as I say that, ball goes.
Yeah, unfortunately there, Joel Green giving that away as he tried to play in Cian Ashford, and away come the England strike, and that's a very, very good strike by Katie Gordon. Down low, Hollingsworth tipping it round the post for another corner. Yeah, it's been England on top so far.
It's a good save by Hollingshead, I think.
Yeah,
he's
he
going to
certainly
be
got
think
down
a
well.
bit tested this half, it looks like.
Yeah, a few nerves it looks like in and around the Wales lads.
There we go, it's a good header away.
Clear, though. Very good header clear. That's a free kick. As Morgan Williams sandwiched the England player between the tackle there. This is a pretty good position for England.
Sorry, I missed that.
This is a good position. Darko Gaby over the ball.
Oh yeah. If he can do this, I'll be mightily impressed. But
There we go. It's a right-footed strike. It looks like he's aiming up here. He's got a that short run up on it. The Cymru wall is all set up. Hollingshead just adjusting his gloves there as he prepares to field this free kick. And we'll see what Darko Gaby has in store. Right-footed, curled, and not too far away.
that was a close one. It was good. Nothing that we couldn't handle. So I think Cymru need to get into the game a little bit, get rid of those jitters, start to really try to push up the pitch. I think we've only gotten across the half maybe once or twice now.
Yeah, it was unfortunately given away, wasn't it, by Joel Green last time when we were in a pretty good position. And again, the press really has Cymru struggling here. That's gone into Ewan Roberts, who has made a really good fist of it. The young Liverpool striker from Wrexham, and he's chased that down as well, and good pressing. That's what they need, Cymru. They need to move up the pitch a little bit, get the England players on the back foot, but and a good tackle in there by Jordan James as well. Jordan plays for Birmingham City, 17 years old, and his dad is a former professional as well, Fez.
Yeah. He is from Hereford United. He's a centre back, actually. His name's Tony James. He's born in Abergavenny, so definitely Welsh heritage there. And wonder if the back garden was also a place where they used to play a lot.
Absolutely. That's
Welsh
a good
attack.
ball in and well fielded and easily fielded in the end by Charlie Stepford, the England goalkeeper.
Already England are back on the attack though.
Yeah, that's it. They're very sharp out of the blocks, but it was good to see Cymru. That'll give them a bit of confidence as they move the ball around a little bit better and find a bit of space on the left-hand side with Joel.
That was good pressure by Cian Ashford going in there and making sure that attack kind of got snuffed out. I like to see him dropping back that way.
Yeah, definitely. It's keeps Wales in their shape a bit, and but England on the left-hand side of their centre-back just trying to bring the ball away. And a misplaced pass. Can Cian Ashford get onto it and make something of it? It's a real old tussle with the England number 12. Sammy Braybook, who blonde flowing locks reminds me of a little young Robbie Savage. In there.
Sun's come out now.
Yeah.
Gonna be
Here we
definitely
go.
an enjoyable day for both teams. Pressure by Jordan James there, try to push up the attack.
Yeah, and England again just stroking it around the back, but good defensive play. Oh, and there we go with Ewan Roberts gets away, plays it out to the right hand side. It was a good tackle, a good bit of pressure. He's played it out to Morgan Williams on the right, who fires in a good cross. And that's well defended by England, and a touch on the edge of the area. And away come England with a good break. Now that's the Super Ball out to the right hand side. Katie Gordon and then tucks in on his right foot, his left foot, sorry, and he squares it up. Gaby, good save. In fact, I'd be disappointed with that finish when he didn't catch hold of it.
Yeah, I think so. It was a great lead up to it, though. We got to give him some credit, spraying it all the way out here, and then kind of being composed enough to find him in the middle of the park. So very nice.
Yeah, and Katie Gordon started really well on this right hand side. Showed some good touches, likes to come in on his left foot. And cause problems. It's going to be a real battle out there for Joel Green. But we've got an injury down in the middle of the pitch at the moment. What's your thoughts so far, Fez? How Cymru settled into this? They're going to take a drink now and maybe have a quick chat with Matty Jones, the manager. And what do you think he'll be saying to them?
Just to calm down, take a few breaths. Already they've been showing that getting a little bit into the game has definitely helped them. I think the first 5 minutes it was just a sign of jitters, really. Other than that, I think they're getting into it and just showing a little bit more confidence on the ball to push forward and not being afraid to also push up and try to pressure them too.
Yeah, and I think that's the key, isn't it? They've got to try and obviously influence the game and push themselves. Yeah, so unfortunately there, Jordan Hackett has had to come off injured. So England are forced into an early substitution. Zach Stewart is coming on. And judging by the applause below us, I think that may well be some of Zach's family. Giving a good cheer to him there. Nice to see, although it is behind closed doors, they have allowed some of the family in this afternoon to watch the game, so that's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice way to spend a Friday, going to watch a family member play a really important game for your international team.
Yeah, of course, all these lads just starting out on their journeys, and just to tell you a little bit about Benji Purcell, who's a young Reading player. He's the Wales captain this afternoon, so you'll see him taking his position, number 8. Little hairband in there, captain's armband on, plays for Reading, defensive midfielder. As we were chatting to him, he was talking about how much he enjoys kind of his passing ranges and things like that, and actually was on the bench for the Reading's Carabao Cup defeat to Swansea.
Yeah, and a lot of people were kind of hoping maybe he might have seen the pitch, but unfortunately he didn't get to do that. But I heard a lot of great things about him, and definitely a player to look forward to, and clearly a lot of leadership as well if he's going to go and captain the side.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when we spoke to him, he's a very confident young man, and kind of the one thing I did notice when we did do the interviews, they were all very, very worried about their hair. I mean, as an 18-year-old, you tend to be quite worried about your hair.
I wonder if that's trickled down from management, though. heard some rumours that someone on the management team is quite
Matty
quite fussy
Jones,
about his
Matty
hair.
Jones, the manager, very, very much has to be on point, and I can get that hair absolutely spot on for their games. Look good, feel good, play good. Matty's motto. We'll be speaking to Matty at half time and hearing a little bit more about him and a little bit more about the Welsh setup. If there are any questions about any of the players, do let us know, and we will give you a shout out in the comments and answer them if we can. Stephen Peacock asked who's Benjamin Purcell play for. He plays for Reading, as we mentioned there. And a question for Jay Sim: why is it behind closed doors? Absolutely no idea, to be honest with you, but I think that's more to do with being able to steward the game and what have you, rather than anything particularly COVID related. But yeah, England on the attack and forcing the pace. That's a really good ball in behind Kean Harries. Good defending from Zach Williams at the front post to clear it away, but the danger hasn't gone. England coming again.
I think Zach Williams having a really great game today so far, because I think a lot of these attacks he's been the one that kind of snuff him out and makes sure nothing happens with him. So
yeah, definitely looks like he reads the game really well, doesn't he?
Yeah. Because with that, it's a great ball in by England, and Zach's there immediately on the front post, knowing exactly where to be at the right time. So he's definitely a player to look out for.
Yeah, and it was for England, of course, that was Sonny Perkins, number 17, who put that ball into the box. Now, corner for England, it's gone into the front post, and it was a little bit of panic there and hacked away by Cymru for another England corner. It does look size-wise, England got a bit of an advantage in there.
I think England has a slight advantage, but
Yeah. You have to hold firm here as it goes in front
There we
post
go.
again, and I think Cymru will be happy if that ball continues to be in the front post.
Oh,
A
goes
little
over the top.
misjudgment by young Robbie Savage. I should actually call him by his proper name, shouldn't I, really? Yeah, Sammy Braybrook there with a good clearance, and he's the one who seems to be the tempo setter for England, sitting in front of the back four. It's a good passing move by us, and Zach Williams again, just using his strength, easing the England centre forward off it. And the England centre forward, Zach Emerson, number 21.
Zach Williams giving me Joe Roden vibes there.
Yeah,
I like
did
it,
you
I
You're getting
like
big
it.
Joe Roden
Yeah.
vibes. Days there. Big boost to fill that, but everyone has to start somewhere. Katie Gordon with the left foot curler.
Wow.
It's just gone narrowly wide. That's one of those that from the standard arm angle you think, God, it's going to nestle in the far corner, but the Hollingshead definitely didn't look worried about that at all, did he? So from his angle, he looked pretty confident. But another chance for England. Deep breath.
Deep breath. All that's needed. I think you can tell what Cymru are trying to do here, and they're really trying to play out from the back. And it's going to take some time, it's going to take some patience, but it's also going to take a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that press from England is very much on it. So Wales going to have to find a way of bypassing that somewhat. And the diagonal ball out to Joel Green, left him in a 50-50 tussle there with Rico Lewis, who was on him like a flash. And it's out of play for an England throw-in. And at the moment, that England press is doing the job and really forcing Cymru into plenty of mistakes. Question in here from, I did see it just here, Miles Bowman Braybrook looks a decent player. Yeah, he started well for England, sitting in front of the back four. We've also got a question here for Zach Emerson. What number is he? From Kieran Moorman. Kieran, he's number 21. He's playing right down the middle, up against Zach Williams and Abbott for Wales. Katie
It's
Gordon, a quick one
wonderful
with Lewis.
ball in.
And now all the problems are coming down this right-hand side for
It's
Cymru. The
Katie
England
Gordon
right-hand
and
side.
Rico Lewis
Yeah.
really doing well to link
Look
up.
sharp, don't they? Well, that's a really good bit of play over the far side by Morgan Williams. He's won a free kick, an impressive free kick for England, for Cymru. Much needed. Unfortunately, it was a little bit rushed. Offside been given. And England will have a chance to build again from the back and just get the ball. Just want to hang on to it there, take a breath.
Yeah. It's this right side, really, that's just kind of been, like, he's already pointing, kind of knowing to show, like, where he wants the ball.
Yeah, and it's a good ball as well. It's
I think Joel Green's kind of starting to see it and starting to try to time his runs a little bit better and make sure that he's getting back on defence.
yeah, at the moment, the two left-hand side players for Cymru, which is Joel Green and Cian Ashford. They're tucking inside maybe a good 10 yards. Katie Gordon and Lewis are holding their positions out on the flank. And Gordon in particular really hugging it, so you get this diagonal ball just like that, where Gordon then picks up the ball and can play in Lewis, and there's a bit of space again, and the Cymru fan players are out chasing it. Joel's got to come out here, Joel Green. Plenty of time to cross it. Unfortunately for Cymru, that cross is a bit wayward and away for a goal kick, but this right-hand side is causing problem after problem for Cymru.
Yeah, but that's something that they're definitely going to have to address. And someone on the pitch too might tell them, like, hey, you guys push out, go get on them. And maybe that's something that Ben says. Maybe as a captain, he sees that and he reads that. But it's definitely something that Cymru are going to need to try to cover at some point, unless it comes back to bite them.
Yeah, well, listen, that was really nicely played by Cymru. They've beaten the press this time, and that's probably the first time they've managed to do that. There's a ball by fantastic ball by Percival, and Ashford's control just letting him down a touch there. Green getting challenged, and Jordan James just about dealing with that pass from Zach James, which was round about thigh high, fired into him, so he did very well there. Cymru just settling a little bit now.
But
That'll give them confidence as well, I think, to have played through those. Jordan James with the room, and unfortunately can't quite find his pass out to Kian Ashford.
I think England sort of backed off there from their press a little bit, knowing that Cymru actually can break through. And that's what you need to do, is break through once or twice, remind them that you can do it, and then they'll take off a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're dead right there, Fez. It's one of those things where once you kind of get into the head that you can beat that press, then just that seed of doubt in England will open the door a little bit for Cymru to do it again. But at the moment it is the visitors who are dominating with it. Kian Ashford, though, has picked this up and he's got a chance to break. Plays it into Luke Harris, who just gets snuffed out, and it goes through to Stepford in the England goal. It bowls out, and there's no respite for the Cymru players. They've got to get back. Luke Harris, after making that break, straight back into action, chasing back, trying to stop the England players, and the flag goes up. It's offside. They'll come back for a free kick, but just a sniff of a chance.
A sniff of a chance there, yeah. It was close. I like to see them trying to break the lines, and Luke Harris hadn't seen too much of the ball yet, so it was good to see him get on it and try to make something happen there.
Yeah. First time we've really seen Luke getting in the game. He's been plenty of movement as he's tried to bounce in between, but he's been well marshalled by the England midfield, and in particular number 12 Sammy Braybook.
And he's one who definitely can score. He's a Fulham lad, and was fast tracked actually to the under-23s last season after having such a great season with the under-18s. I think it was 19 appearances and 8 goals. So he's definitely a player that Cymru could entrust to find the back of the net.
Yeah, there you go. That's the stats that matter from Fez. That's why she is Welsh football fans' next-gen expert. And it's interesting. I think chance Matty early on, and a chance to play the ball in behind the England defence there. It was well worked by Cymru. Morgan Williams was on his bike, but the ball couldn't quite reach him. It was headed out of play. Cymru thrown. Matty was talking about the fact that there are so many of his players are playing 23s football, and some are even kind of in and around the first team squad, as we mentioned with Purcell from Reading being on the bench in the Carabao Cup. And there we go, Wales now coming away with the ball. A ball into Luke Harris. What a touch that is. Harris with a great chance to finish. It is 1-0 Cymru. Luke Harris with the goal.
Wow.
And it was a super bit of play in the middle of the pitch.
Luke Harris.
That is
And a knee slide
brilliant.
to Finn. There we
Look
go.
at that's absolutely brilliant. And like we just said, the composure to find the back of the net, that brilliant touch inside the box, absolutely wonderful. The ball in as well to go through the midfield, really well worked by Cymru. Well deserved goal.
Yeah, I think it was Morgan Williams who was on it like a flash, just to nick it away from the England players as they tried to build through the phases, and played it into Harris. But what a touch. What a touch to set himself up there. It was in and around thigh high, and he just took the touch perfectly to set him up for the finish, and a very calm finish to give them the lead. Somewhat against the run of play. I think that's fair to say.
A little bit, yeah. But also you could tell Cymru were coming into themselves, getting that confidence. And maybe it is against the run of play, but also maybe it's going with the momentum. You know, there's a half glass full and half glass empty.
And anyone who spent any time with Meg, you will know that that glass is half full all the time, which is perfect. So there we go. There's a great breakthrough. Get in, says Stephen Jones. Yes. Gareth Wynn says get in there. Mike W. Boom. And unfortunately for who was it there? I saw Jay Sim. Jay Sim. Must be an England fan watching. Not happy with that breakthrough for Cymru. But
it's early doors, very early doors. 1-0 is not a scoreline to get all excited about. So
I'm excited.
I am, but I'm just saying,
There we go.
I think the cliche goes something like that.
Yeah, Wade Kesmat is watching. Great finish, he says, and it really was, wasn't it? Simon Trigoning, come on, Cymru. What a great build-up, really good finish. And he's absolutely right. It was a cracking finish by young Luke Harris of Fulham.
Definitely can see why fast-tracked in the 23s. I think he's going to be a very good player. And you can see just sort of the way that he definitely believed in himself to go in for that goal and didn't even hesitate to find the back of the net. Loved it. Loved every second of it.
Yeah,
good touch by Ashford there.
Really good pass. Ashford now bringing it away, and the referee.
Ooh, a little bit of a skirmish in the middle.
It's a drop ball, unfortunately.
Jordan James getting in the midst of it.
Yeah, that's what you like to see, isn't it? There we go, and it's a drop ball because it hit the referee, so you have to drop the ball where it happened, and it's given back to Cymru, who had it, and Yeah, I mean, it's basically put England on the press, but it's well played. Well
Oh,
played
good
by the
ball
Cymru
at the
boys.
top.
And a long ball down the line, unfortunately, far too far for Ewan Roberts to make anything of. And England just taking their time now, a little bit shell-shocked after that opening goal. Cymru leading 1-0. Luke Harris, the guy who's got it, really composed finish. But England are trying to find their rhythm again after dominating the opening part of this game.
It's been great to hear Hollingshead sort of yelling from the back, really trying to tell his defence to get tight and get on them and not give them any time on the ball. Very enjoyable.
Another good tackle in the middle of midfield from Jordan James this time.
Oh,
What a great
great
ball in
ball
behind.
in.
Kean Harris go for it, but very good goalkeeping. Charlie Stepford off his line like a shot, down on it well, and starts another attack for England.
That was
Luke
a-
Harris covers in behind Ashford, and England will just have to play out a little bit more patiently, and that's what you like to see.
I think this attack is really fluid, really well worked. I think the four of them are really trying to kind of flow off each other, and I really like that.
Yeah, well, here's Gordon for England. Joel Green having to close him down to there. Joel Green getting a little caught under the ball. There's another good ball into the box. Marshalled well by Williams. Green now with two men to look out after there. Good little twist and turn into Emerson. England in a very promising position here, but
Ben
Purcell, great little fest there. Wales kept their shape well there. They didn't panic.
No panics, no nothing, yeah.
Here we go again. Gordon hugging the touchline, picks it up, plays it inside to Lewis. Lewis, right foot, plays it back inside to Gordon. They didn't track the run. Big trouble for Wales, but Hollingshead does well there. Snuffs out the danger. Kean Ashford, brings it away. And Kean Harris plays in the. Actually, he doesn't play. He's moved on, hasn't he? Bristol Rovers now, gone beyond the age groups. There you go. That's how long we've been watching age grade football here at FC Cymru and Welsh football fans.
Oh, we
Kean
got it
Ashford,
down the
number
left.
11, picks it up. He's one-on-one. He plays it into Harris. Harris with a little bit of space now, and there's a good break here for a little chance. Oh, Harris tried to go inside. Ewan Roberts had made the run into the
Yeah.
corner, but he went inside to Ashford. and
To
that was
wonder if
picked up.
maybe he kind of made the wrong decision there. I think Ian Roberts might have been a better option, but I like that they're thinking on their toes and trying to make something happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, certainly the confidence has been built by that goal, but again, England find their way out wide. With here we go, chance on the edge of the area for England. They're trying to work it. It's out to Gordon. Gordon will tuck onto his left foot and try and curl it. No, he sets up his teammate on the edge of the area. But again, just a little deflection and a great saving tackle across there. As soon as by Bennett.
And I assume
Cymru
his
fullback.
family is sitting in front of us. I think so.
Definitely family. Definitely family. There was a deep intake breath.
It was well worked there by England.
And that was a cracking tackle, though, as well, by the Cymru fullback. I think that was Bennett over the far side. Murphy Bennett, who was really stretching to make a block.
Is that Bennett who's...
Is that Bennett? We can't see the number here, so unfortunately we're just kind of waiting for to see. It's just getting a little bit of attention. It was an absolute full stretch over there, and to make the challenge. And it was a really, really important challenge as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it is Bennett.
Yeah, he's been playing right back for Wales this afternoon. He's looked decent over there. I think one of the problems and the Wales fullbacks are playing inside quite a lot, so they're tucking in to try and keep it tight.
Him and Joel Green, yeah, they were both kind of tucking in.
Exactly. It does then, though, leave a lot of space out wide for England to exploit, and that's where the problems are coming from. But it's being snuffed out. And then there's Murph Bennett hobbling over to the far side. A little gingerly on his ankle at the moment, and this is a corner for England with Wales down to 10 men. While there was, and then sportingly England clear everybody with that corner and then let the ball go out of play for a throw in. That's so sporting. All right, we might be having a little joke with that one, but yeah, Murph Bennett over the far side. He's back on now. Still looking a little bit
gingerly there.
Yeah, a little bit
Kind of
Joel
jogging
Green.
it out.
Joel Green, though, with a throw in. On the left-hand side of the Welsh defence into Harris. Harris to Ashford, a really nice little combination, and that was very close to Ashford getting away from Lewis. They've been combining well, actually, haven't they, Harris and Ashford?
Yeah.
They look kind of on the same wavelength.
Yeah. I really like the two of them working together and then trying to bring each other into play and kind of both of them kind of dropping back and taking turns to be the one to sort of kickstart things, getting things going. So I think the two of them are developing a really great relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. Just good stuff. Oh, that's a really strong tackle by Morgan Williams over on the far side. He's tucked inside on his left foot and he tries to slide in Ashford, but he's not got enough on it, and that is wrapped up by the England defence and moved away into midfield.
When I was doing my research on Morgan Williams, one of the main things that people kept saying was the amount of energy he has, the amount that just verve that is unendless, and you can see that on the pitch already, that he's just a bundle of energy and he wants to get forward.
Yeah, and Morgan, I believe he plays for Wimbledon.
Yeah, Wimbledon plays at number 10 as a midfielder.
Yeah.
Very versatile, but very, very good. Lots to get forward, as we said before, and you can see that on the pitch.
And also, like, you can sort of see, because he's been in and around the first team at Wimbledon as well, and he was telling us about how he's been kind of in and around the squad and sort of the first team, and I think it just makes such a difference to their development at that age, at 16, to be playing with men, and you can sort of see that, the way he's tenaciously tackling and trying to twist and turn and winning a free kick over on the far side.
And using his body in a smart way as well, like, because when you're playing men at 16 years old, you've got to use your body, you got to learn how to kind of body up against those, and then you come down to, I think Paul Bowden and Matty Jones will attest this, but when you play at a men's level and you come down to play in this, it's like playing at the park.
Yeah, and that's really good play. Zach Williams into Joel Green. Joel Green releasing Luke Harris into the far left-hand corner, and Harris tries to play it back to Ashford. It just gets a flick, though, off the England player, and away come the visitors. A really nice bit of skill in the middle. Ewan Roberts gets stuck in there. Oh, and that was Ashford. Here it is. Morgan Williams on the far side. Took a little bit of a tumble there.
Yeah,
Morgan.
I think Cymru wanted a free kick and ref wasn't having it.
He got that spot on the referee as well. There was no free kick in that. But Luke Harris with a little bit of space again. Plays in Roberts, but the ball just too far in front of Roberts, the Liverpool striker, and away into the arms of the England goalkeeper, who can then start the attack again. It's good tempo to the game, though. Really
there's
enjoying
no stopping, no pausing, no kind of taking a break after one team's taking a chance and the other one can start up. It's been nice to see.
And, I like the work of Ewan Roberts. And he's not had a lot of the ball. He's not seen a lot of ball into him. He's feeding off scraps a little bit, but he is scrapping for everything. Plenty of movement, plenty of passion in there.
Making good runs too.
Yeah,
At some point, one of those runs is going to come to fruition.
That's what you hope. That's what you hope. I remember hearing Gary Lineker, obviously that sort of forward who scored so many goals for England, and just talked about the amount of runs you have to make as a centre forward. How many of them don't come off? And then everyone praises you for the one that does for the goal. But a real mess of that throw, Joel.
Wayward throw there.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it ever even came in, to be honest. But there we go. It was turned around and given to England.
We'll say it was a return of the cross that went out. His wayward pass, that's what that was. Just him giving it back. Yeah, because England gave us a...
Well, there we go. Pay more attention, Lawrence, pay more attention. Didn't look like it. Ashford gave him a right rifle. But there we go. So here we go with England on the attack again. So we got a comment in from Mark. Loving the way that Bennett Lad plays. Football is football, and the young guns play nowadays. They all think they've got to be Jadon Sancho. Stick to the basics. Eat some lettuce. That's the way, Bennett.
Eat some lettuce.
Yeah, interesting thoughts there, Mark. Maybe you need to enlighten us on the benefits of lettuce as a footballer. But yeah. So, corner to England.
Wales, Gallagher leaving the field, due to number 3, Joel Green.
Joel Green, he's struggled a little bit so
On
far
this
this
right
afternoon, and
side,
I don't know if he's picked up an injury maybe, but he's being replaced.
Agony lay in his place. Rhif Pymtheg, number 15, Daniel Davis.
Daniel Davis comes on in his position. So we'll see how that sets up, whether that's going to be a bit of a tactical switch from Wales to nullify the threat. Certainly Davis is a sort of bigger player.
Much bigger player, yeah.
Ball into the box, well cleared by Jordan James. Jordan James has impressed me so far. It's a ball. It's not quite where he meant to put it, I don't think. But here's an opportunity for Ashford. Ashford now down the left-hand side. He's tucking into the penalty area. He's trying to get onto his right foot. Gets forced away onto his foot. There's a couple of little half-hearted shouts for a penalty. Referee absolutely having nothing to do with that.
Ultimately, very good defence by England. That was good. Kind of used his body, got him off the ball, got him a little wobbly. Good job by England.
Yeah, you could tell that Ashford wanted to tuck in on his right foot there, but there was
not
no
letting him
way
have it.
through there at all.
Ooh.
Loose pass. Lewis wasn't able to gather for England. Oh, sorry, Katongo wasn't able to gather for England, and it's away for a Cymru throw-in in a very decent position. And we're going to see Daniel Davis for the first time since coming on just a couple of moments ago for Joel Green. Not much movement ahead of him, to be honest. So he's gone into Ashford, into his feet. And yeah, that's another Cymru throw in, but it wasn't a lot on for Davis there. He would have liked a little bit more movement in front of him. This time, Harris working a little bit harder. And the ball boy working hard as well.
And the ball boy
back in there.
working.
Ewan Roberts shows for this one. I don't know if that'll come into him. It's a low throw. It's a foul throw as well. Unfortunately, I think Davis just paused a little bit too long, and by the time Roberts had got to him, it was too tight. A nervous start from Daniel Davis. Hopefully he'll settle into it shortly after coming on and get to the pace of the game. And it is quite a pace to this game.
Yeah, it's a quick look already on the attack with Cymru, but snuffed out ultimately. It was a good ball over the top to try to play. I think it was Ewan Roberts try to get that in. Again, like we said, he's kind of feeding on scraps, but he's still making the good runs, and at some point that might actually come true. England again spraying it out wide.
There's a good ball out here to the right-hand side. Gordon again, who has been a thorn in the side of Wales all afternoon so far. Into Lewis. Lewis twisting and turning, playing a quick 1-2, keeping England on the attack. Into Braybrook. Braybrook out to Gordon.
Running back to Rico. Good defence
really
there.
Good. Jordan James, very good. Great little
That's
turn
amazing.
as well. And away he comes from the ball. And ultimately brought down by Lewis. But what a tremendous piece of play there defensively by Jordan James, who has shielded the defence really well this afternoon.
Oh, absolutely! And that little play to get out of the touchline and to find the centre of the park, absolutely wonderful by him.
Yeah, very good. And he wins that throw. Jack Williams is going to take it. So, Wales, Cymru playing out from the back. Into Murphy. Murphy has to go back to Hollingshead. Ooh, he takes a touch. Cheeky. Very comfortably played by the goalkeeper. Very nicely played. And Daniel Davis takes a touch, plays it into it. And Jordan in a spot of bother there. I think Zach might have to go long here, but he tries to play out again. And then finds a really good ball into Ewan. Yeah, it's hard. They had sort of tried to keep hold of the ball there, and then the ball in the line had to go because it was very tight. The England press was on them big time.
Yeah,
there.
I think England are starting to get into their press a little bit and to start to try to raise up the tempo. And I think Wales need to calm down and make sure that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, building on Gordon. I think from all of the England players so far, I think Gordon's been the one that's impressed me. He's looked really lively out here.
Yeah, I think so too. I think him just hugging the touchline as much as he is spreading Cymru's defence.
And a loose pass, Morgan Williams on to pressurise in a flash. Again, Harris. Oh, that's a lovely little turn by Gaby, who just opens up the play again. He's really good. A lot of height on him, but he can certainly play. The England number 15. Zach Emerson, well marshalled again, but it's an England throw in deep in the Cymru half.
Jordan James. with the
Not for me,
foul.
that Fairs. Not for me. There was nowhere near enough contact that to be a free kick. But the referee's given it, and England are on the attack again. On the far left-hand, or far right-hand side, as the Cymru defence. And the ball out of play. Morgan given a horrible throw in there. Goodness me. He had to deal with that. Didn't deal with it. And England come again. Spreading it wide, Gordon hurting in the touchline. Lewis going outside him. We've seen that a few times already this afternoon. I'm quite worried second half, Fairs, because that's quite close to us at the moment. They're going to be on the far side. We're not going to see a lot of it second half if it carries on like this. England with a cross into the box. It's a dangerous ball. Abbott gets a head on into it. Daniel Davis gets completes a clearance. Yeah, and Ashford takes it away.
Oh,
and he
one
just
touch too
took
many.
Just took his eye off it as he sort of wanted to have a look where Harris was. He was sure.
I think so.
Should
I
I
think
play
he was-
into the line?
Yeah, I
Just
think
that split second, the ball gets away from him. And Braybrook starts the attack for England again.
But you can tell what he was trying to do. He was trying to release Harris early, and that's that relationship again. The two of them kind of trying to read each other, and who knows, over the years that might develop into something really special.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's a lovely little turn by Sammy Braybrook.
Oh,
And Jordan
James.
Well, he got done on the turn there. It was a little
think that
drop
one
of the
was a
shoulder. I'm pretty sure the referee got that one right. And in fact, I think James will do well not to get a booking for this.
I think he is going to get a talking to.
It's a good team foul. That's what they say. It's a good team foul. You see, if you're going to take a yellow card, that's the position to do it.
England on the attack. coming
Yeah,
from the
David,
left.
if you've got any shout outs in the YouTube comments, then do let us know. And we will I will give you a shout out. Although, just reading through some of your comments, I'm definitely not getting read out, but we'll see if there's anything sensible going on in there. But yes, here we go with England on the attack again on the right hand side. The area that's caused so many problems for Cymru in this half. But still, Cymru lead.
Good touch
1-0.
by
Luke
Luke Harris.
Harris's goal. And Harris gets on the toe. Lovely little turn.
on
Oh,
there.
and Ewan Roberts. A last ditch tackle by Braybrook. Just gets England out of trouble there, because I think that free kick in the middle of the pitch. Sonny Perkins twisting and turning. Couldn't get the ball away for England. But he's on it again now in the middle of the pitch, playing it out to Lewis. And the ball into Zach Emerson. That's
Back out.
very good. Zach Emerson now with a chance. Right foot, little back heel, which is snuffed out by Zach Williams. Well read again by the Cymru defender. And Cian Ashford now racing away. It's a 2-on-1 break if he can play this right, but it's very good defending by England to get back there. Ashford again with another chance. Took it onto his right foot. It's a shot deflected. Well saved by Stepford, who just momentarily loses
I
it.
thought he lost it there.
Just momentarily lost it.
It was a good break by Cymru.
Yeah, and the guys are working very hard. They're obviously not seeing as much of the ball as England. England are very comfortable on it. But when they get the chance to break, when they get a chance to snuff it,
They are
it's
doing
just
it.
pretty sharp stuff. Cian Ashford there, you could see, was trying to get it onto his right foot. Finally did. The shot, though, just got a little block on it. And Stepford was able to make the save. We've got Lurs watching on YouTube. It says, can you shout out for Scott Chegg? It's his birthday and his cousin's on the pitch. I know he's watching at home. Nice one. Well, there you go. Happy birthday, Scott Chegg. I don't know who his cousin is, but let us know. We'll have a look at that. Is Ashley Williams involved in the coaching? Is a question from Mike W. Not with this age group, but I believe that he has been involved with the Cymru age groups in this window. Wow, this is a chance on the edge of the area, which is curled towards goal by Gaby, and well saved by Hollingshead. who's not put a foot wrong in this half.
No, he's done really, really well so far. I've been extremely impressed with him. He's also been very loud, telling all the defense to know where they need to be and that kind of stuff. Oh, good flick on.
Yeah,
That was Ashford.
It was a good flick. Daniel Davis knocks it inside. Jordan James into Luke Harris. And I tell you what, this is a promising little position. Harris just overplays it as Morgan Williams was racing through on the right-hand side to try and get there. But it was just overhit. And Katam Khan says Wales defending deep but playing really well, not allowing England space to play through them. And I think that's a really good point. They are defending deep. And the idea is, I guess, they hit England on the break, and that Harris goal is the perfect tonic for that.
It really is, yeah.
I hope you're enjoying this FC Cymru takeover alongside Welsh football fans for this Wales Cymru under-18s game against England, where Cymru leading 1-0. And England coming again hard. Zach Williams, I've said that a few times this afternoon, getting there. Jordan James making a challenge and the ball running through. So Hollingshead, who takes it comfortably, holds on to it, just gives his time. Get space and time, just have a breather.
Get a little bit of a breather.
That's it, but that ball into Zach Williams and the press is on almost immediately again. It's a really interesting problem for the Cymru players to face here, and how they play out through it and the composure. But they've not resorted to kind of launching it long.
No, they haven't. I think that's something that you do have to admire. The fact they have stuck to their guns, they've stuck to what they want to do, and they're going to continue to do it. Especially like the Welsh way, they really are trying to implement that at such a young age.
Yeah, absolutely. And the idea of the Welsh way, of it, those of you who have or haven't heard of it, is that kind of the team playing the same way right the way through the age groups. So
the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 minute.
Yes, we're just going into 1 minute at the end of this first half. So yeah, it's a Welsh way playing all the way the same way, all the way through.
Good job by Morgan Williams.
But he's giving it away there. He's tussling back. So Williams wins it back at last, and can he clear towards the halfway line? No, it's a throw in. So England will have one last chance of this half, I think, just to put the ball into the box. No long throw here. They go back to Braybrooke, who is impressed in this half. The commentator's curse as he stands on the ball. sorry, Sammy. There we go. Jordan James and Purcell, who have been very, very grafting and hard tackling in this first half, and Williams gives the ball away in an awkward position there. You'd want him to hold on to it, and it gives England a chance, but Daniel Davis takes no chances, pumps it up towards the halfway line. It's going to run out of play. I think that may be the last action we see. Now referees just kind of just hanging on to it for a second or two longer as it goes back to the goalkeeper. Stepford, will he play out from the back? He does. Just taking his time. Katongo looking up, asking for someone to show. Gets someone now. Zach Emerson drops deep, plays a really nice pass into Gaby and splits it wide again, and England in a great position now just as we close in on half time, and a chance on the right hand side, and there's a good save from Hollingshead with his feet. Braybrooke though picks it up again. England coming again late in this half. Nice feet from Lewis, checks it into Gordon, and what an opportunity there right at the end as the referee blows the whistle. Wow, big chances there, and half time.
Hollingshead, he was like a cat. Did you see that?
Yeah, magnificent save from Hollingshead, who hasn't, as we said, hasn't put a foot wrong all half. England troop away to the right hand side. They've a few heads down as the Cymru players get together and head towards the change rooms. And well, your thoughts at half time, Fez?
I'll agree that the goal went a little bit against the grain, but I think Cymru really showed themselves. They've really played well in defence, and they've tried to shore up this half. And yeah, I've been really impressed. England too, they are not letting up. I think their press is something that we're really going to have to deal with. And yeah, I'm excited for the second half.
I'm excited for the second half as well. We will be back with more in the second half. But as we said before the game, we wanted to get you guys to know a little bit more about the Wales setup, a little bit more about the guys behind the setup as well. So we went to speak to manager Matty Jones earlier this week and asked him to give us a little bit more of an insight into what's life like as a Cymru under-18s international.
We try and tone things down when the boys come on camp because it's a very exciting occasion and it's a fixture that everyone looks forward to. It's one we've rarely had over a number of years. But I have to say credit to the group and every age group really that when we've been given the opportunity through the process of COVID really, with the restrictions of travel, we've been able to be competitive against England, and it's a nice reward really that they've come back and keep inviting every age group in. So it's been a nice relationship we've built with them off the pitch. On the pitch is a different story. It's a very strong group of players from front to back, and the depth in the squad, especially the group I've got with me this week, you know, I feel very privileged as a coach and lucky to be in the position where there's a lot of individuals within the group, even though first year, second year scholars, generally playing under 18s football, but have been stretched within the 23s age group, and a lot of them on the brink of the first team, whether having, you know, senior experience through training programs or even, you know, some of the lads already making their senior debuts as well. So it's, you know, it's a fantastic group of players, and like I said to you earlier, it's making my life easy really that I've got these players to select from, and when they come in, it's, you know, the next couple of days is going to be making my life hard now of who to start and who to promote as what they see, the starters or the finishers in the game. So, you know, on the back of that, we've been doing a lot of environmental and cultural work around responding to negativity, responding to, you know, maybe starting or not starting a game, and we're trying to expose players so that if they're used to starting, how they adapt and how they cope if they're told they're not in the starting lineup. So I really do see this age group as very important for me to develop many things away from just the game itself. What I would say is aspiration is everything within sport and in life in general. These boys have got to have ambition and to have best practice and really good examples, like numerous amongst the lads in the senior team with Paige at the moment. It's really good to, you know, to compare and to associate, you know, our story as these young lads come through to, you know, to the examples of the first team. You know, only this morning Ethan Ampadu, we walked back up together, albeit within you know, good distance. And we spoke about his story, and you know, it allowed me then to bring in one or two players, and he just, you know, offered support and advice, and it was so powerful, you know, very important to what we're trying to do here. And that this morning was probably a really powerful, you know, 5 minutes within that young boy's early career.
I don't know who they play.
There we go, the wonderful Matty Jones, just giving you a lovely little insight into what life's like as a Cymru coach and what they're expecting from the players and how they want to develop them here. But we're going to change tact slightly just for the next couple of minutes, because not only are the men involved in World Cup qualifying at the moment, but the women kick off their World Cup qualifying campaign as well in the next few weeks. Megan, you across that team as well. What are we looking for from Gemma Granger's side over the next few weeks?
A lot of different tactics football-wise. Gemma Granger's kind of come in and she wants to build on the tactics that are already there, the foundations, because Cymru have been very defensive lately, and like that defense has been wonderful to watch, but Gemma really wants to make them more of an attacking side, and we've kind of gotten to see that with the way she's playing Jess Fishlock and all the other players. So it's going to be really exciting. She wants to really implement kind of a new way of attack with this Cymru side, and the teams that they have with the World Cup qualifiers, they are beatable. It'll be tough games, but Gemma Granger's positive. She wants to really make Cymru kind of a really great competitor.
That's right, yeah. I thought it was really good to see kind of in her early games like how much of it was a change of tact from that, and seeing Fishlock playing further up the pitch,
Yeah.
getting involved in attacks.
Yeah, it's been really nice because she could have kind of taken her time with it and really eased it into it, and she didn't. She's had them play some really tough opponents, not easy fish to go up against, and Gemma Granger's really said, right, if you can play this way against these teams, then the kind of easier sides, the tactics are going to flow so much more fluid. So yeah, Gemma's really trying to implement kind of a new culture. I think that the squad themselves, they've said they're really excited about it as well. I know Jess Fish, like I said, that this is kind of something that she's gotten to do with the NWSL, and she's happy to start to do it with the national team.
Yeah, absolutely. So WSL obviously kicks off this weekend. I know that the Sky cameras are down there at Reading, so Tash Harding will be in action, and all our Reading crew. We've got a good little kind of Welsh enclave down there in Reading, so be looking forward to seeing what they're saying. Now, Gemma Granger has also been out and about in the community with another of our Reading players, it's Rachel Rowe, and they recently had a community visit where they're inspiring the next generation.
Love 5. Yeah. This looks good. Come on! Oh, nice feet. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Nice feet. Go on, Millie. Run. Whoa. Feet. Nice, well done. Which one most reminds you of yourself, any of them? That could be like a celebration after you score a goal. Go on, keep going, keep going. 5. Nice. Robbie, I know you're competitive, but just remember the age of these children. Try not to break my glasses, please. I don't want to. She's actually. What a save! Oh, good shot. For you. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, I tell you what. Right. In the corners. Oh. That's going to be a missile. Oh, here we go. Oh, what a goal! So nice, yeah. So nice. The girls are amazing. They're lovely touches, nice and close to the ball. You're doing really well today, you know. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. Yeah, you are. So good. Yeah, yeah. Go on. Yes, Hetty. Right, that's it. What are you laughing at? You're waiting for it, aren't you? Oh, you got a friend now. Oh, good tackling. I'm mocking you. I'm mocking you. Oh, I'm quick! You. Are you going? Yeah. Go on, Erin. Oh, first time. Yes, Erin. What a ball that is. You must. Yes, your sister. Go on, keep going. Oh, save it. Good save. What I loved about you as a team is that you didn't give up. That's what I love. Great goalkeeper. I'd like you to come to a game. Will you come and watch one of our games where Rachel's playing football? You will? Yeah, I can sign it on you, Boo. Oh no, we're playing the other way. We all signed it on that. Wow, look at that. So how long have you been coaching this team for?
Since they were 7, but we tried to get them back together as much as you can.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Like the surroundings are just beautiful. It's just nice to be out and about, to be honest. I love it. September, when we can have fans in the stadiums, I'm so excited, like, you know, just to see people. How long have you been playing for?
Since I was 4.
Okay.
Because there's more girls' teams now, isn't there? It's come a long way for women's football, I think. I don't think this team even existed when I was younger. So it's just nice to see.
Go!
There we go, the wonderful Gemma Granger and the new era. The World Cup qualifying kicks off on September 17th. Go and get your tickets. That is an instruction to go and get your tickets for that. Come and cheer on the girls. They deserve the support over there in Llanelli at Parc Scarlets, and it will be a cracking evening with some of our best players, the likes of Hazard James back over from the US, Tash Harding,
For a lot of these players as well, this is going to be kind of their last, a lot like the men's team, where it's kind of the last hurrah to try to get a World Cup. For a lot of these women, it is the exact same thing. So it's a big qualifier, and I think everyone should be out for it. And what better way to enjoy an afternoon? What better way?
Absolutely. There's a supporters bus going from Cardiff if you want to get in touch with Fee Wales on that. We are going to take a little breather now. Remember, this is Cymru against England. It's 1-0 to Cymru at half time. Luke Harris with the first half goal. And we will be back with more coverage in the second half. Remember, chuck in your comments on YouTube and Facebook, and we will try to get you a shout out or let you know if you've got any questions. Do get in touch. But for a couple of minutes, we'll see you in a sec. And welcome back to Spitty Park here in Newport for the second half of Cymru under-18s against England under-18s. And the half-time score is Cymru 1, England 0. Luke Harris with the goal in the first half. Super finish. Very coolly done after a breakaway attack. And we're on to the pitch. And what are we expecting for the second half? How do you think it's going to go?
I'm expecting England to come out full throttle, full pelt, full press. And I think Cymru are really going to have to sort of not get any jitters, not get nervous, and play with the confidence they're playing with kind of in the final 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. They started off a little bit shaky. The England press was certainly all over them. Just to let you know, this is an FC Cymru takeover. I'm Lawrence from FC Cymru, and this alongside me is Megan from Welsh Football Fans. And yes, she does have an American accent before you actually do have an American accent. It's true. It's absolutely true. But she is Cymru and Biff.
I am, yeah.
To her.
To my core.
To her Luciana core. Yeah. There we go. So it does look like there may be a couple of changes for Wales, but at the moment the Cymru boys are all over the far side. Really interesting, I think, actually, alongside the bench with Matty Jones this afternoon is Dave Adams, the technical director at the FAW, and he's giving a few instructions on the far side.
We saw him earlier while they were warming up, and he was kind of running them through, getting them through all the drills and all that kind of stuff, while Matty Jones was sort of looking on.
Yeah, doing this kind of managerial part, and great to see Dave involved there. I think it's important for the lads to feel like there is a structure in behind them and a real support. Now, that to me says that there's just been a whole host of changes for the for the Cymru setup. However, they haven't put any boards up whatsoever, so I think we better start running through these changes and we'll bring them to you as they happen. But there we go. Right, here we go. There's a few comments in. If you're watching along on YouTube, do give us a shout out. We can see the Barry Horns giving lots of Italian flags there. Have no idea why that's happening. Why does that mean? Cannot think why that might be the case. But yes, well, I believe that's Luke Harris still chasing away out there, so he's definitely still on the pitch.
I think that's Joe Cotterill from Swansea. I think he's gotten out here. I'm pretty sure.
What number's out?
18, I think.
Yeah.
Harry Jewett-White, I think he's out there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's right out here on the right-hand side.
Yeah, number 23, you're looking at Mateus Roberts has also come on as a second-half substitution. So Matty Jones has really sort of rolled the dice a little bit here. I think that shows that this is definitely a game where they want players to get game time they need them to get game time to show what they're all about. So, really interesting changes, and we'll see what happens with that. Ewan Roberts has definitely gone off. Bennett's gone off. Kean Ashford's gone off. Number 7, Morgan Williams has gone off. And Ben Purcell, who had a very, very good first half.
Number 13, Jack Caradoga.
Jack Caradoga has come on at number 13.
Number 19, Ben Lloyd. And 23, Mateus Roberts.
Well, number 19 is Ben Lloyd, the young Swansea player, scored in pre-season. I saw up at Forest Green when I was working at that game. Really good player.
What a goal that was,
It
too.
was not bad, was it?
One touch, controls it, next touch, top corner. Doesn't get much better than that for a debut
Top
goal.
bins.
Top bins.
Top bins, man. That's what the kids say.
I'm still getting in with my
You're a
cliches.
kid. I'm far too old to say top bins. But yeah, the top corner of the net, it was a super finish. Celebrated it really well. And I know they think a lot of him at Swansea. And in fact, Matty Jones, who came from the Swansea Academy to work with the Cymru setup, has known Ben for a long time, knows all about him, has been looking after him and coaching him since the age of 13. So there's a good combination there. That's a really good tackle. A lovely little ball over the top as Luke Harris chases away into the far corner. The press is on from Wales. Harris comes away with it. Plays it back into number 13, Caradogan, who gives the ball away and does well to win it back, forcing England into a mistake. And it just gives Wales, after being on the attack, a chance to regroup, get their shape back.
Caradogan, he's a Newport boy. I think they think really highly of him too. He's played a little bit with the senior squad around pre-season. I think he actually scored, scored in Newport's 5-1 win over Unby Athletic last month. So they think got a Newport lad on the pitch.
Nice. The home crowd would be going nuts if there was a home crowd in here, but unfortunately it was just scouts and a few family dotted around in here, and it's behind closed doors friendly. But we hope you're enjoying the coverage. That's a corner to England. Just having a little look through some of the comments here. Katie Gordon, best player on this pitch, says L17. Katie Gordon definitely had a really impressive first half for England, so definitely willing to give you that one. Up the gore, says Jodie McQuaid. Ball into the front post. Ooh. Wales coming away with a good clearance up towards the halfway line, and Luke Harris, who has run tirelessly, chases down Braybrook, the England defensive midfielder, who mops up nicely, cool and calm, plays it back to Stretford, and away come the visitors.
It does look a little bit like England are definitely trying to control the ball a little bit more, have more possession, really not give Cymru any sort of chance.
Trying to invite them out a little bit. You can see Stephen's just come outside his area here to play as kind of like the sweeper, as an extra player, so they can get an overload in another area at the pitch, and playing 3 players up so high does give the Cymru players plenty to think about. But so far, that kind of deep line defence and then springing forward into the counter-attack has worked really well for Cymru. And there's Daniel Davis from left back. He was a first half substitute on for Joel Green.
So Wrexham lad, a lot of people at Wrexham, they really think highly of him as well. He's a hard worker, he's done a lot to kind of up his game, and I think this is his first under-18s call-up, so big kind of international break for him.
Yeah, Wrexham, such a hotbed of football, so many great players coming through that Wrexham area. Oh, well played by Abbott, he just gets out of the way. And down to the Cymru right.
What a
good little bit of play, and
little
Caradogan just overhits it. But yeah, super little bit of play on the far side by Matthias Roberts. Tristan Turn played it back into his man.
He's an Arsenal lad. I think he's been at Arsenal probably since, he's been at Arsenal since under 9s level, since signing with them in 2013. So he's sort of gone through it, and they think extremely highly of him as well. Play anywhere across the midfield. Apparently he's got a decent set-piece free kick as well.
Has he? Well, let's hope we get to see a little bit of that. So we spoke to him before match. If you saw the Meet the Cymru squad that video we put out before the game, and he was on that, and we chatted to him. Very quietly spoken lad, very quietly spoken.
It's just the quiet ones you got to look out for. Those are the ones.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, after that kind of very impressive tackle at the back there from George Abbott, he's just going to get a little bit of treatment. It was an absolute full stretch, wasn't he, there?
Oh, yeah.
And just to give a couple of plugs while we're waiting here, we've got the Cymru Under-19s versus Austria live stream. That's going to be on YouTube again tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. And we've also got the Under-21s live on S4C and Scorio. And on their social media channels. That kicks off at 4:30 on Tuesday. You've been doing a few interviews with the Under-21s this week, Fez?
I have, and it's going to be a really, really big test for them. They've lost Terry Taylor and Ryan Stirk to COVID-19, so they've had to do a couple call-ups, but it's also sort of a new generation of Under-21s. They had a lot of graduates last year, so this is kind of their second game to really get into the groove of things, and apparently from Niall Huggins, the mood on camp is very positive. They're very excited about the game.
Good. I should hope they shout there as well. Getting out there playing for Cymru, happy days. Listen, they got some good lads there, as Megan said, and particularly looking forward to seeing Owen Beck, who's the grandson, I believe, of the great Ian Rush, talking of great players from the Wrexham area.
And he was talking about how he's gotten a lot of advice off of him, and he's definitely picked his brain a few times, but also Ian Rush doesn't want to infiltrate his game too much, and he lets Owen really try to learn on his feet and then get his own game. Yeah, well, Rush obviously great centre forward. Owen Beck, I believe, a full back. I've seen a couple of games where he's played, and he's looked very decent. So great to see him in and around and playing up a few years in the Under-21s. I actually asked Owen, I said, would you rather score, because he'd gotten a hat-trick of assists in one of his games, and I asked him if he'd rather have a hat-trick of assists or a hat-trick of goals. He said hat-trick of assists, and that Ian Rush could go score the goals. There you go. There you go. Wow, there's the difference. Brilliant stuff. Well, look out for that game on the Scorio channels on Tuesday, 4:30, I believe that starts. But back here in Newport with the sun shining in Spitty Park, Daniel Davis, just a little slightly loose touch there, but well covered by Jordan James, who's been terrific all through the first half. Maybe wince on a couple of his tackles there as well, but he's
very,
not
very good
afraid
player.
to use his body. He's not afraid to get into the middle of things and do the dirty work. I really enjoyed watching him so far.
got stuck in. Gets stuck in. Good lad. But England with a throw-in a dangerous position again as they try to build momentum and attack the ball into Zach Emerson. He tries to hold it up, nicked off him again by Jordan James. Number 4 for Cymru, if you're looking out for the numbers. Dad, who used to play for Hereford, if you were here in the first half and you sort of didn't hear, or weren't here in the first half, sorry, and didn't hear Fez's take on him, or was given away in midfield. England now with a chance to break, but good tackle. Zach Williams comes round to clear up towards the halfway line and alleviate the pressure that was building on the Cymru defence. I don't think the pressure will be gone for long though, as Braybrook looks up. I know he looks like Robbie Savage, but I can't see Robbie Savage in anything other than red. So,
England are looking very hungry on the attack here.
There we go again. We did mention it first. I think that's Lewis on the far side to us this time. We got a close up. That's a free kick to England on the edge of the area. Very dangerous position this. We got a close-up view of Gordon and Lewis on the right-hand side for England in the first half. That's where a lot of the problems were coming through for Cymru.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't want to say that's why Joel Green kind of had to come off, but I wonder if that was sort of in the management's thinking, is get a bigger body out there and try to keep that at bay.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a free kick in a very dangerous position. Right hand side as England are attacking, and it looks like they got a lefty to take it. The England player standing over it, and the wall just being forced back. Hollingshead has had a good game so far, bouncing on his line. Oh, that's gone straight into the wall. Welshman never move. Sensational. That's the way, lads. And as Harris tries to attack towards the halfway line, and he actually wins a throw-in as well for his team. So good stuff.
He's been excellent on the break so far, Luke Harris.
Yeah. I call it a Hollingshead, but I believe actually that might be one of the goalkeepers, might be the substitutions in there. I think that's Tyler Evans over there, isn't it? There we go. Also catching up with it to the over the tannoy. So there we go. I was thinking he looks a bit smaller than Hollingshead.
I was thinking his hair wasn't as brown.
So there we go. Katongo also leaving the pitch for for England.
I think that substitute got missed by the other commentator as well.
Yeah, the pitch side announcer just giving the fans the notice that Hollingshead has come off at half-time. That was a loose pass by Davis. Braybrook onto it like a flash, bruising England up the pitch, but a loose pass. Emerson not going to get anywhere near that.
Brayburn
Zach Williams sees it out happily. Oh, look at that, very sweet.
Yeah, in midfield, I think Brayburn has been one of England's biggest threats, honestly.
Yeah, he's certainly marshalled it well back there, but him and James.
Oh, looks like he's coming off.
James
wow, common disgrace.
That's the last action for Braybrook, who has been impressed this afternoon. And a goalkeeper change too. Stepford's coming off in goals.
By number 22, Jacob Knightbridge. Also leaving the field for England, number 5, Lee Jonas.
Jacob Knightbridge on in goals for England. Luke Chambers on
and another change
in midfield.
For England, leaving the field, number 12, Sammy Braybrook is replaced by number 14, Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall also on for the visitors. There we go. Plenty of changes now to test me and Megan and all the research that we've done on the players. Thanks for that, coaches. Cheers. Cheers. Let's go to the. Let's have a little look at the comments that we've got here. Of course, those that we can actually read out. Brandon Williams straight into the wall. That's the way to do it. Bring on Oakley, says Adam. I'm not sure exactly who he means by that, but there we go. Barry Horn's tactical masterclass. Yeah, it could be a tactical masterclass from Jones, from Matty Jones, our Wales manager. There we go. Wow, let's.
Oh, Daniel Davis. There you go.
Dan Davis. It was a good first touch from Daniel Davis.
He's done really well to try to make sure that right side doesn't do what they were trying to do earlier in the game.
Yeah, I think almost his physical. He looks much more physical, sort of bigger, stronger boy than Joel Green, and nothing against Joel. He was obviously kind of pitted in that role to start with, but I think they wanted somebody maybe with a bit more physicality to take on the two England players out there, Gordon and Lewis. Good strength from Emerson,
Good
but
defending
really
there.
good defending there.
It's Ben Hammond. Is that?
Yeah, I think that's Ben Hammond.
Is that 14? I can't read.
That's number 14, Ben Hammond,
is
who
Ben
has come on at half-time for Abbott. So he's replaced Abbott in the back four alongside now captain for the second half, Zach Williams.
It's a Nottingham Forest lad. And if I'm not mistaken, his older brother is on the radar for some of Cymru's older squads. Paul Bowden's mentioned Oliver Hammond a few times, who also plays for Nottingham Forest. Got his debut the other week.
Yeah, great stuff. Got some good lads coming through there, certainly. Oh, really good attack this by Cymru. And another chance to go for it. So it was that Ben Lloyd there was motoring through, really driving at the heart of the England
Thought he might have
defence.
just tried to poke it through to Luke Hurst.
Yes, well, that's a little loose pass there from the goalkeeper who's just come on and seized upon straight away by Cymru and forcing England back. But they played out well there. And a lovely, lovely little spin and turn away by the England number 10, Jack Wells-Morgan. Showed a great touch there when he was in a bit of trouble. And Dan Davis makes the header out of play. But yeah, Ben Lloyd got Cymru on the front foot there.
I was really impressive by him. Again, that's Cymru kind of trying to break through the attack, get on the break, get fast, use Luke Harris's speed. I think that's somewhere that England's really going to have to realise if they're going to push up, that Cymru can break that fast.
Yeah. And a nice little bit of play there from Ben Lloyd again. He just intercepted that pass. Daniel Davis taking a little chance and then playing it back to Evans. And he might have put it on his wrong foot as well, looking by that clearance. And nice ball up. Cymru, a bit of chance to break. And that's rather fortuitously broken for Joel Cottrell, who now looks up, tries to find another player. There's looking for a run. There's nothing on for him, though. So he tries to tuck back inside, and all he does is run into danger. Cymru, though, keep the ball. Jordan James looking to start an attack. Again, looks up for the options, and there's not much for him. So we go back, start again. And I like that.
Yeah,
Nobody panicked there.
No one panicked. No trying to force anything. Take your time.
Yeah, it comes across to Caradogan.
Incidentally, just another earlier substitution for England. Number 16, Sam Mather, was replaced by number 10, Jack Wells-Morrison.
Jack Wells-Morgan, that should be. But there we go. Right, so that's another change for England. That says the board's up at half-time to just let everybody know who's come on and who's come off. That's always useful.
That would have been nice.
That would have been nice. Anyway, here we go with Jordan James finding a nice clipped ball into Harris. Harris takes it really well and is tripped. Well, he reacts a little bit there.
They kicked out a bit.
Yeah, how Lewis isn't liking that. Little spat between the two players.
Referee lets it play on, though.
I like it. Got to be a bit of spiking in an England-Wales game.
You'd hope so, you know.
Yeah. When the neighbours come to visit, you give them a bit of hospitality and then send them home with a defeat. And at the moment, Cymru are leading 1-0. Luke Harris's goal in the first half, the difference between the teams. But after a few changes, the shape of the game, slightly dodgy touch there. But he just about has enough time to clear it up the pitch. But he does go to a white shirt and the visitors come again. Or disappointing tackle from number 17, Jordan Jewett-White. Threw his ankle out a little bit. Get a good connection there. Mateus Roberts. Oh, slightly loose. Caradogan goes in. I tell you what, that's a proper Newport tackle, that.
That was good. Very nice.
Well appreciated by the crowd around us as well. Good Good stuff for Caradog. It'd be interesting to see how his career develops. Of course, at Newport, they've been fast-tracking quite a lot of Welsh kids at the moment.
Yeah, they really have. I know he's definitely one that has, like we mentioned kind of before, he's been in and around the first team during preseason and showed that he can score when called upon, and definitely a defender that likes to get stuck in, as the cliche goes.
Oh, there we go. Listen, this is a comment on YouTube. Now, Jay Sim says, it's Wells Morrison. I'm assuming he's shouting this as well, because that's a great tackle as well.
So they got it wrong on the team sheet
Is
earlier.
it wrong on the team sheet?
Yeah, they said Morgan, and then about 10 minutes into the match earlier, they did say, sorry, we've made a mistake, it's Morrison.
Okay, there we go. Jay Sim, right, Wells Morrison. There we go, good. He will now be Wells Morrison forevermore. Excellent, there we go. Corner to a throw into England, deep in the Cymru half. And they've moved it nicely, opened up a little bit of space, and it's an offside flag up there against the England attacker, who was bearing down a goal. But I think Evans did really well to come off his line there. Just take the ball cleanly.
It's been impressive, the keepers. They really have just showed a lot of composure, no panic. Even when there's pressure coming in and the ball's at their feet, they haven't showed any sort of panic, and that's been really refreshing to see.
Yeah, two very different goalkeepers Wales have had in the two halves. Hollingshead, a big lad, commanded his box well, a couple of really good saves in there. Evans on at half-time, much smaller, but as so far, well, a save to make, but has done well with his feet when asked and called into action. Caradog there got sold an absolute dummy there, and thankfully he'll be very pleased to see a cross flying out towards the far side and no danger whatsoever. But yeah, he got sold down the river.
It's a Welsh throw in. I think it's Daniel Davis going to take it.
We got
substitutions for England.
More substitutions.
Couple more. Sammy Perkins coming off.
Number 18.
Sonny Perkins, I say.
Also in the field for England, Derby 21 Zach Emerson, and in his place 20 Daniel Gore.
Daniel Gore is now coming on. I know there's a few of you in the comments who've been shouting for Gore to come on. Tim24, here you go, or Timmy24. Dan Gore on the bench. Now is his chance.
14 Ben Hammond.
That was another announcement of a substitution that happened at half-time for Wales, where we've just been told that Ben Hammond has come on, but as we told you, Ben Hammond made some really good tackles a couple of minutes ago, so there we go. George Abbott was off at the break. So loads of changes being made now, two very different sides to the ones that kicked off the game. And those for you shouting for Dan Gore, well, he's on the pitch for England. So finally you get to see him. Take a comment in from Kevin Doherty, who says, well played Sammy Braybrook. May look like Robbie Savage, but a lot better on the ball than Robbie Savage. LCFC. So I assume he's a Leicester fan, but yeah, I don't know. I think Braybrook's got a long way to go if he can match Robbie Savage's career.
But the fact he's already matching his hair is testament. It's testament.
Oh, wow. Well, listen. Hair's easy, Fairs. The hair's easy. Let's see what he does further on his career. But he was very impressive this afternoon, that's for sure. England on the attack, swinging the ball into the penalty area, and it's a little opportunity now. Zach Williams, though, closes the door with a good challenge. Said that a few times this afternoon, haven't we?
I feel like it's almost like on repeat now.
Oh, it's really good play by Luke Harris. He's done tremendously well. Oh, he's not giving a free kick. Luke, we've still got the ball. Luke. Stop shouting at the referee. Right, here we go. Wales, Jordan James collects, plays a very nice ball. And it comes out to Caradog.
We're going to recycle it,
back into Jordan James. Jordan James is closed out. Really nice technique, though. Didn't he do well there? Spins the ball out to Ben Lloyd. Ben Lloyd looks out to Dan Davis at left back. Played
Points
into
it.
There was a super turn by... And there is Ben Lloyd. He was away then.
I love the way Ben Lloyd passed it and immediately pointed to where he wanted the ball. Just he knew exactly what he was going to do there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you want from a centre midfielder when you want him making a tick. Jordan James is in there breaking up play, shifting it. Wow, did really well to change his angles in there. But Ben Lloyd is the type of player, Jordan will win it. Ben will get you on the front foot playing it. So good, looks like a really good combination.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed Ben coming back onto the pitch. Luke Harris, though, that was impressive.
Well, it was impressive until he decided he wanted the free kick. And then just shouted at the linesman and didn't spot that actually Mateus Roberts had the ball on the attack, and if he'd have been more alert, he'd have been in. Anyway, I swung in towards the back post, and Zach Williams up from the back, just a bit too high for him, and away for a goal kick to England.
I always feel so bad for the defenders who go in to try to get the header on the corner, and then they got to go all the way back to the other end of the pitch.
It's a lot of a centre back, and you give a look to the person who's taken out, as a former centre back myself, you give a look to the forward who's just swung in that cross over your head and out of play. But yeah, just having a little look here. Valerie Hennessy, who's watching over in Ireland, says, "Go on, Luke Harris. Love from us all in Ireland. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're just great." And he has played very, very well this afternoon. So I'm imagining Valerie's some sort of family member from over there in Ireland. So well done, Luke. Got the goal this afternoon. And we are just having a little look for this. Yeah, and most of the stuff on YouTube I can't read out, Fez, I'll be honest with you.
That's fine, it's okay.
I can't read that out. You just continue to have fun in there, you guys, all right? Play nice, though. There we go, so free kick to Cymru, middle of the half. A chance to relieve the pressure. Zach Williams just rolling the ball forward, he's taking his time with it. Old head on young shoulders, we chatted to him in the week. Confident young man, really confident, plays for Crewe Alexander. And just one of those players that you sort of see the leadership in him. And was in there kind of almost bossing the other lads around about who was going to go what in what order, and so
that's what you want to see in your centre back there. You want
it.
Someone who's loud, you want someone who is going to be a leader on the pitch.
Absolutely. Well, he's got the captain's armband on now, and it's had a good game so far. But England looking for a way back into this. And that ball has gone long and high over towards the far right hand side.
Ben Lloyd, oh my gosh.
Ben Lloyd is putting the pressure on. But that's very well played by Lewis, and he's impressed me this afternoon for England.
Oh,
he looks a good talent.
Good interception there.
Yeah, Caradogan bringing the ball out. The Newport youngster finds Jordan. It was a loose pass, though. Really, really loose pass. Jordan gets a tackle, and Jordan James.
It's another one of those team fouls, isn't it? And
yeah. He's good at those, isn't he, Jordan?
Seems to be very good at them.
There we go. Evan, Lawrence Moore, a better commentator than Martin Tyler, in my opinion. Evan, money's in the post, pal. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that. But here we go. This is another dangerous position for an England free kick.
Is there a position on the pitch that isn't considered dangerous? I feel like I hear that cliche
around about the
quite a
halfway
lot.
line, but it's the amount of fouls that Wales have given in around sort of 5 to 10 yards outside the penalty area. This is another left footer again. It goes
Straight
into the wall. Oh, but it might break nicely. Zach Williams puts his body in the way, and Evans in goal slides in to take it. Just take your time, Evo. Take your time now.
Yeah, clean the spikes off his boots.
Yeah.
There he goes.
So there we go. Ben Hammond to build from the back, and he is closed down, so he goes long up towards the halfway line. There wasn't a lot showing for him there, so substitute for Wales now coming on.
Headwell, number 4, Jordan James.
Oh, Jordan James.
Jordan James, his work done this afternoon. Very impressive though, Fez. I don't know what you thought of Jordan.
I've really been impressed with him as a defensive midfielder. I thought he's been fantastic pushing the ball forward, fantastic getting attacks in, but then he's snuffed out so many England chances. So yeah, I've been really, really impressed with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, so coming on is Cameron Congreve. Number 16 is what you'll be looking for. Whether that will mean Ben Lloyd just tucks inside a little bit more now, I don't know. We'll have to have a little look at that. It does seem like Ben Lloyd has gone sort of very central now from where he was on the left-hand side. And we'll see how can we shape up now. There was a question actually in there. So it's somebody asking, what is Cymru? Well, Cymru is Wales. basically.
Very well worked on Mateus Roberts there.
For us.
Give the ball away.
This is a tough place to give a ball away as well. England on a really good chance. Need to make a tackle here. Zach Williams blocks out the dangers with the help of Hammond by the side of him. England come again though. Caradog closes down the space. England's number 11 twisting, turning. Good ball in. And the shot straight at Evans, who drops down onto it, and he'll just take his time coming in there. So that was number 21 for England. No, it wasn't 31. That was Zach Emerson who... and he has departed. So that's number 20, Daniel Gore. Dan Gore. I know a few people shouting for him in the comments and asking for him to come on. Well, he's on, and he's shot there straight at Evans. Keeper's given a call for that. Runs through. No chance for Luke Harris.
Oh, good pass up there by England.
Yeah, number 11. Oh, and a shot in there, and that just bounced up. And I tell you what, Evans did really well there, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a lot of defenders in front of him to kind of block his view of that. But no, really, really great.
Is your dad on this stream on YouTube?
Oh, he might be. I don't know.
Is it Kai?
No, my dad's name is Peter.
Yeah, okay. He said Welsh Footy's dad. Hello, this is Welsh Footy's dad.
I don't think. No, I'm pretty
unless
sure
he's got,
not.
Unless he's got a little fake name for YouTube or something. Anyway, here we go. The sun shining in Spitty Park as England come again. Number 3, Zach Sturridge, just pulling the ball back in, and a loose touch there by the England number 10, Wells Morrison. Seized upon by Ben Lloyd in the middle. It's a throw into England.
I think in the first half where a lot of England's chances were coming from the right, now they seem to be coming from the left.
Ball up towards the halfway line, and England now, all the Welsh players back inside their own half, being pinned back somewhat as England try to make inroads down the right hand side. A neat little bit of play. I think it was a little nutmeg in there as it's pulled back. This is a real opportunity, and finally the ball dribbles into the back of the net. We'll get confirmation on that goal scorer because there's a real melee of players in there. It may well have been
equalising goal for
Katie Gordon.
And substitution for England is standing in the field. Number 19, Kate Gordon, will be replaced by number 2, Richard Ulis.
Okay, goal for England. They didn't tell us who scored the goal, so we're just waiting. I might have been Katie Gordon, to be honest with you. I may well have been him, but we will bring you confirmation of who scored that as soon as we get it.
Really nice goal over there. Working the touchline there and getting around him. Clever little. I think it was a nutmeg.
Yeah, it was a little nutmeg on the side.
I think there was a little nutmeg on the side, a little cheeky there.
Yeah, and I think I think Cymru will just be disappointed. They just keep dropping deeper at the moment.
Yeah.
They need to be able to get up the pitch a little bit. Maybe that change in the middle of the park with Jordan James going off. They're just reorganising a little bit, and his kind of protection of the back four has been missing, and that's kind of meant England are now pressing high up the pitch. So Wales lads need to come out, close this space a little bit more, stopping them playing quite the way through the lines. But there was a poor ball into Olakibi.
I'd like to see a bit of our midfield pushing closer to Luke Harris as well. I feel like he's sort of stranded out there on no man's land.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work. Harris, very unselfish work, but not getting a lot of support and feeding off scraps really at the moment. So let's see how Cymru respond to this. Jason's been on. He said Kai is definitely someone's dad, but we're not sure whose dad. But as confirmed by Megan, not her dad.
Not my dad.
There we go. Cymru 1, England 1. Deep into the second half. It's been a really good game so far, hasn't it? Really good game.
I've really enjoyed the tempo. I feel like it could have gone one or two ways, but today it's been really, really exciting. Both teams have showed a lot of prowess and excitement. And
wow, just trying to be a little bit too clever there, the England defender. Luke Harris seizes on it. Now a chance to attack for Cymru. Just trying to find themselves a little bit of space, and it does. It just looks a little bit confused out there at the moment. maybe the whole host of changes, and they just sort of lost that rhythm that they had in the first half.
Yeah, I do think Jordan was very important in the middle there.
Yeah, and that's a ball into the box. Hoofed Kia, that one coming down with snow on it on the far side. H-Price saying we are too slow on the attack, Cymru. Yeah, it's
We also got to give Luke Harris some credit. He started this match and he's still there. I think him, Zach Williams, I'm not sure who else, but two of them for sure. They've played the whole match so far.
Yeah, for me they're the only two left that started the game. There's a free kick over the far side to England. And the Wales coaching staff were too impressed by that free kick being given. A ball over to the far side. Number 3, Zach Sturridge for England, taking the attack to Cymru.
Throughout the game, I think England have done a really good job of kind of switching play from one side to the other. They've done it really smoothly. Those long balls over the top to the other side, I think those have been really, really well done by England.
Yeah, and it's been a tough afternoon for the Cymru fullbacks. They have been constantly bombarded by looked like a handball,
bit of
didn't it?
handball there.
Come on, ref. There we go, Wales, so breaking up the attack, and finally a chance to break free and a little bit of space for Joel Cottrell to work with. He plays it out wide and then goes again. Ben Lloyd, though, tucks back onto his left foot and he looked to clip it over the top. It was headed clear by England, retrieved by Cymru. Daniel Davis sets away his team again, and they're just not quite on the same wavelength. Zach Williams tidies up, goes back to his keeper, Evans. And now, this is where Ben Hammond is under real pressure. And now, this is very good, very good.
That
Cymru.
was beautiful.
Excellent.
Really like that from Wales.
And then a tackle into and a free kick to Cymru. But Megan brilliantly played out there.
I thought that was really well worked, really smart, and you could see what Cara Duggan was trying to do, trying to swing it back to the other side on the left. I really like that.
Yeah, he tucked inside the Cara Duggan. I thought he was just in a lot of space. And he was in space, and then he tucked inside, and everything closed up. And there's a ball into the box by Cara Duggan, hooked clear by England, but it's retrieved by Cymru again. And this is probably the best passage of play for Cymru in about the last 15-20 minutes, really, keeping the ball.
And they haven't panicked either, because England are still pressing them and still pressuring them too, and they haven't panicked.
Zach Williams clips it over the top.
No.
Follows it with an apology to his
Luke Harris
striker.
is gonna be so sore.
He's 18. You don't get sore at 18. He could go out and play another game tomorrow.
Remember those days?
I don't. You might do. But yeah, there we go. Oh, Kai's been back on. Hello, this is Will Evans, Dad.
Oh.
I mean, again, I'm not sure who Will Evans is.
Oh.
But there we go.
Does he mean he's...
Well, does he mean what? I imagine he knows who his son is. There we go, right, okay. Enough of the tittle-tattle, let's get on with the game. Right, so, there we go. 1-1. Deep into the second half here. Oh, and another loose pass there, almost seized upon by Cameron Congreve, who was a second half sub for Cymru. England win it back though. Cameron Congreve makes a tackle. Daniel Davis tries to spin out of a tackle. Good ball up the live. Congreve again gets on it, tries to twist and turn, find a little bit of space. Comes out to number 17, Jewett White, who hooks it far side.
You could see what they were trying to do, and
Kondogo, that was out of play as well. So good pressure, Good pressure,
but good ideas as well. So trying to get it out, swing it open, trying to keep up the pace.
Yeah, Cara Duggan there. Very dogged. Definitely doesn't give up anything. There's a throw in into the... Jewett White showing a nice little touch there, hooking it over his head, making the best of a throw-in which came in around about thigh high for him. But here's a chance for England, and they're just making a good inroads.
Good job by Ben Hammond.
Yeah, makes a nice interception there. Second half, who stood out for you, Cymru-wise?
Caradogan, because mostly he's on the side and I can see him. No, in all honesty, he really has impressed me. I think in the opening kind of 5 minutes, he was a bit jittery, but so far I think he's really kind of grown into the game. Ben Lloyd as well. He is so fast. His pace has been wonderful. I thought he's played really, really well. And then, yeah, Joel Calderall, every time that he's gotten the ball, I think he's really tried to make something happen.
Yeah, great stuff, great stuff. Well, listen, Cymru coming into it a little bit more now. They've got a foothold in the game, and after a few tight presses, they've certainly picked up, and now you can tell the confidence is growing a bit.
I think it took some time too for this team to try to gel together, because it was a lot of pieces and moving and chopping and changing.
Zach, probably with his first mistake of the game, Zach Williams, and he's unfortunately given it away in a very, very good position for England. With the far side as they look to twist and turn and find some space again. And to the edge of the area, twist and turn. It's Lewis, puts it back out wide, but it's a loose pass. Picked up well by the Cymru defence. Daniel Davis now has a chance to clear. He looks up, left-footed. He hung on to it for a little bit too long, though. It was nicked away from him. Congreve looking around, looking for somebody to pass to. But doing brilliantly well.
Yeah.
Didn't he do well there just to hold on to it, wait for something to happen. And I apologise, I'm not Congreve at all. That was Mateus Roberts, wasn't it? There we go. Zach Williams,
good job,
lovely
Zach.
little turn in there. He's looked very impressive. Oh, it was a good ball, but it didn't quite come off. However, Harris picks it up and a slip.
He's got it.
Oh, nobody put their studs in second half. Kids don't wear studs anymore either, do they?
I can't tell you. I have no idea.
No studs, there's no blades. Mouldies. Anyway, there we go. Right. The ball is going to Evans. It's the last 10 minutes of this half. Absorbing game. Cymru 1, England 1. Luke Harris in the first half.
Do
we actually have confirmation of who scored?
No, we don't.
No. Well, we'll bring you the England goal scorer when we get it. We've had a few people there saying that Katie Gordon was man of the match. Certainly he was very good for England when he was on. He caused so many problems first half.
I was extremely impressed with him. I thought he was wonderful, constantly spreading the defence, making a lot of issues for Cymru's defence. I thought he played really, really well. I think he played a part in the goal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was definitely involved. I think he was in that penalty area. There was a big melee of players and a couple of deflections before it bobbled its way in for England and their equaliser this afternoon.
Mateus Roberts trying to make something happen, not really doing it. It's a good couple first controlling touches there. I liked it.
Yeah, he switched across. He started on the right-hand side and he switched across to the left and been brought now kind of a little bit more central.
Yeah, I think he's kind of trying to play in that pocket, trying to be the one that everything, sort of dictating things.
Yeah, Wales playing you can very clearly see the formation that Cymru are playing in now in terms of a 4-3-2-1.
Yeah.
And it's started to cause some problems for the England side, but they're coming away with it now. Daniel Gore playing a nice neat pass in, and it makes its way out to Sturridge on the far side, left-footed. He tucks inside on his right foot. It's a good tackle, although picked up again by England as they keep the pressure on deep in this second half. Just working the Cymru defence, looking for some gaps, but they've overplayed. A mistake in the middle of the pitch, seized on by Joel Cottrell, who plays it away to Zach Williams. Daniel Davis picks it up at left back. He looks down the line for Luke Harris, but it's out of play and an England throw-in.
Eilydd I Gymru substitution for Wales yn gadael y cae, leaving the field rhif 23, Mateus Roberts.
Oh, I was surely thinking Luke Harris was going to get a bit of reprieve, but...
Place rhif 22, number 22, Morgan Wigley.
Yeah, so Morgan Wigley has come on. Number 22 you'll be looking out for Morgan Wigley.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was called up in place of the two players who's it, Kai and Zach Bell, who got called up to the under-19. So Morgan Wigley's kind of come in and gotten to be involved in the under-18 setup, which is great for him.
Yeah, so playing up an age group, and yeah, a great chance for him to show what he can do in the last 10 minutes or so here. As the ball's played up towards the penalty area, a very neat turn from the England player. He's trying to find a little bit of space. Morgan makes a challenge, and I think Zach Williams again gets a foot on that to deflect it over the bar. But Williams was chasing hard there, hands on his knees now and breathing hard, because that was a good chase from Williams.
He's had a game and a half.
He really has, hasn't he? Very impressive stuff. But England forcing the pace there. Forcing the pace to try and get a winner. Ball into the back post. And it's a double header away by number 17, Jewett White for Cymru. And a throw into England away on the right-hand side. Lewis again, take it, and he's impressed. And this time in behind. Ooh. And a corner. Evans down
good
low.
Save
to
by
save.
Evans there.
It was, wasn't it? Had to be sharp.
Yeah.
Joe Harris says Luke Harris for man of the match. I'm wondering if that's a family member.
No biases there.
No bias, Joe. Let us know about that.
I think Luke Harris for Cymru.
Here we go. Yeah. Corner swung in, swing goes. A great header from the England man, but number 11 couldn't quite get a good touch on it. I think it was Olakibi in there, and his touch just let him down. Evans was down fast to nick the ball off his feet, dive on it. He slices that clearance up towards the halfway line, trying to give Harris the chance to win it, but instead it's Wigley who comes across to make the challenge. And the ball out of play. Sturridge with the throw-in on the far side. Brody Hughes playing that ball wide. So there we go, into added on time, and England in added on time looking for a late winner. Cymru shut the door though, and there's Wigley pushes out. Oh, we're in for a big finish here, as it looks like England are going to go flat out for this. And some good challenges. Wigley in particular, he's put a few good challenges in since coming on, but it's broken for England again. They kept the pressure on. Cara Doggin comes to the rescue. Evans off his line, stretches, holds onto it, and then adjusts his shin pads. I like the fact at 18 years old he's already learnt that in injury time you don't need to get up and kick that ball too quickly.
I like it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there we go. Into injury time at the end of this international clash between Cymru and England. 1-1. Luke Harris's goal for Cymru opening the scoring in the first half. England hitting back in the second.
What's been the thing that's impressed you most then in the last, let's go 20-ish minutes?
Last 20-ish minutes, I've liked the fact that there was a little change of shape from the England, from the Cymru management who look after the team, and so let's just hang on, because England in a very good position. The ball goes away
the
for a
whole
throw
match
in.
they have swung that ball so well. I know I've said it a few times, but it really has been impressive the way they've managed to do that so just fluidly every single time.
But what I've really liked is that the Cymru defenders have all stuck to their task. They've known it's coming. They know that they're going to get in sort of narrow, so they know it's going to go over their heads. But here's a corner on the right-hand side, swung deep to Lesnar. There, a great header away by Zach Williams again. He's having a superb game.
Oh,
there.
It's a high boot there.
So Ben Lloyd's got away with one there, I think. That should have been a free kick to England. Happily, it isn't. Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be a bit more neutral than that, aren't I? So there we go. Played back to Carradine. Evans. I mean, it's an interesting place to be playing out from this stage of the game. Oh, what a touch. Oh, he gets nailed in the return. Ben Lloyd. Wigley comes away from his tackle challenge. Does really well. Wow, so I'm not sure about that. But anyway, here we go. Final few seconds of the game. Another free kick to England.
He drew it wide, who just kind of...
Hello, Daniel Gore. What happened there? Well,
Oh,
there isn't any need for that.
that's Daniel Gore, who's
Dan
getting
Gore
a
showing a
talking
live.
tour.
Any other time, I think there would have been a card shown on that. Officer of frustration there, pulling over Jewett White. England, last chance to mount an attack for them. And that is full time here at Spinney Park. It's ended 1-1 between Cymru and England. Great goal from Luke Harris.
Number 10 for Wales, Luke Harris.
And that's good
the England goal was by number 8, Rico Lewis. Thank you very much.
There you go. Finally, we do get confirmation of the England goal scorer because nobody told us. But listen, that's really interesting. I think from the last 20 minutes, the thing that most impressed me there, Megan, was that the Wales' shape changed a little bit. The players managed to get hold of the ball. They didn't lose heart because for 20 minutes or so, they were pinned right back after the changes in the half-time. But then slowly but surely, Ben Lloyd got hold of the ball in the middle of the pitch. I thought he was very impressive. Jewett White certainly showed a lot of good touches and tenacity in there. And just for me, for the whole game, the two guys that stayed on for Cymru from start to finish, Zach Williams at the back was immense.
Yeah,
and up front, Luke Harris was absolutely non-stop Duracell bunny style running for the whole game with a super goal to add to it.
Yeah, I think Zach Williams and Luke Harris for me. If I could kind of split man of the match, I'd give it to both of them. I think Zach Williams in the back was immense. Every single time there was some sort of save, we were saying, "Oh, Zach Williams, Zach Williams." I felt like a broken record at times.
It did a little bit, didn't it?
Not stop. So yeah, the two of them, incredibly impressive. But if you're considering, Cymru's next generation, it's looking very bright.
Absolutely, and these guys again, it's a chance to get these players together because for the last 2 years, since COVID has kind of interrupted all that development that they've had, they've none of able to get junior games on, so it's just great to see the players coming back in and getting that. And we can just see on the far side of the pitch, the guys are getting a bit of a chat there. Dave Adams and Matty Jones, FAW Technical Director Dave Adams, chatting away with Matty Jones in the centre circle. I think they can be very pleased with their players' work. In the first half, the players that caught your eye?
In the first half, I think really the whole kind of front three, and then who's the one that was up top, Ewan Roberts, I thought they worked really well together. There was a lot of movements between the three of them, and then Roberts kind of coming in and dropping down. I was really impressed with them. I'm very, very impressed.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that. I thought Ewan, he didn't have a lot to play off, but what he did do, he did very well. Kean Ashford, as well. Impressed on the far side, on the left, I think.
Jordan James, I think he was absolutely incredible in that defensive midfielder role, just kind of pushing forward and even not being afraid to kind of get into the attack and really kickstart some things. And he just looked extremely sharp, extremely penetrating. Yeah, I was incredibly impressed with him as well.
100% we'll be keeping an eye on his career as it moves forward because, Jordan James, I would have said for the time he was on the pitch, he was my man of the match. And then I think Zach Williams just sneaked it because he was on there for the full game. We got the players all coming over this side. The England players are meeting up with family who've come across to watch them. We were certainly sat, I think it was whose family was it? We were sat just in front of Sonny Perkins' family. There was a lot of whooping and cheering when Sonny ever got on the ball, so they definitely enjoyed it this afternoon. And some of the Wales families on the far side waiting for the players to come off, but they're having a bit of a team talk with the Cymru. So, listen, we hope you enjoyed this FC Cymru takeover, and Welsh football fans, Megan Faringa with us this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had some good fun and enjoyed what we were seeing out there. Just a couple of things just to plug before we disappear. There is going to be an under-19s game, Cymru under-19s against Austria. There's a live stream on this YouTube channel, 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. So 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, Cymru's under-19s playing in that mini tournament out in Croatia. They'll be taking on Austria. And then on Tuesday, the under-21s, Paul Bowden's under-21s in action against Bulgaria. And that is live on the Scorio social media channels. 4:30 kickoff. 4:30 kickoff. But if you stay across Welsh football fans, we will let them know. Have we got anything coming up on Welsh football fans?
We've got the big match on Sunday. I got a decent little qualifier going on against Belarus. We've got that. We've got some lovely pieces from myself and Maxon, kind of about the team, the players, what to be expecting, and yeah, definitely be covering some of the 21 stuff coming up.
Absolutely. So join the WelshFootballFans.com for the website and Welsh Football Fans on Facebook. As for FC Cymru, we will be back very, very soon. We're going to be out filming for the Croatia game very soon. And sorry, not Croatia. We're going to be playing Estonia, aren't we, on Wednesday? So we'll be out filming around the city for that. Our lad Tom Lewis will be travelling down from Wrexham, and we'll have reporters right across that. And then FC Cymru out a week on Sunday with some great features as ever, from grassroots to international football. FC Cymru has you covered. Right, okay, I think that's more than enough wittering from us. Just very final thing to say is go and buy your tickets for the women's game, September the 17th, Park Scarlets, and go and get your tickets now. I think they're £6 for adults and £2 for children. So
there's nothing better to do than go get a ticket.
Friday night, go and support the girls. World Cup qualifying, 17th of September. As for this, FC Cymru, Welsh football fans, out. See you soon.